Today we're visiting the Bogomolny-Kozerefski Grand Foyer at Severance Hall, home of the Cleveland Orchestra. Considered one of the most beautiful spaces in Cleveland, the Grand Foyer is actually the front entrance of the hall when entering from Euclid Avenue. The Grand Foyer is a harmonious display of Egyptian Revival and Art Deco elements. When Severance Hall opened in 1931, the local journalists called it the glittering jewel box of Cleveland. There are many noteworthy architectural details, the main one being its symmetry. If you draw a line down the middle of the room, what you see on one side, you will also see on the other. This is consistent with the architecture of Severance Hall, although it appears especially masterful in this rich setting. The decorative motifs of lotus blossoms and papyrus leaves are seen throughout as part of the Egyptian Revival style, which became popular during the late 1920s and early 1930s. Lotus blossoms can be seen on the floor, doors, and ceiling. The magnificent terrazzo floor, which is one instance of the lotus blossom, was created during the original construction by the Cleveland Marble Mosaic Company. There are approximately 13 million marble chips in the floor. In addition, at the bottom of these stairs behind me, there is a small wood screw that was polished into the floor. While we don't know exactly how it got there, rumor has it that it either fell out of a workman's pocket or was placed there on purpose to see if John Severance, a notorious perfectionist, noticed it was there. The three-part lotus blossom you see on the floor is elegantly reflected in the lotus blossom chandeliers on the ceiling. Legend has it that the lotus blossom was a favorite flower of Mrs. Severance, which is why it features so heavily throughout the building. Unlike the aluminum elements used throughout the rest of the building, bronze and brass are used for the railings and to trim the etched glass doors opening into the street and into the main auditorium. Encircling the hall are 14 mural paintings by Cleveland artist Elsa Vick Shaw. They depict the evolution of ancient instruments and are another example of Egyptian Revival style. These murals suffered some damage due to exposure to light and nicotine, and in the Severance Hall renovation from 1998 to 2000 were painstakingly restored by Evergreen Studios of New York. The room contains 24 red jasper marble columns that were imported from Italy. The column caps were reliefed in gold leaf during the renovation. The 4 brass torchieres you see were also imported from Italy and bear the lotus blossom and papyrus leaves design. The 2 niches on either side of the room have been restored to their original state as they looked in 1931. In fact, this space is the least altered in the entire building. The only difference is the update to the drapes and the removal of carpeting from the stairs. The bronze bust of John Long Severance that stands against the wall near the Cull staircase was created by California artist Salvatore Scarpita and has been in the hall since shortly after his death in 1936. The hall's dedication tablet is located in the anteroom between the front doors and the foyer, considered the storm lobby. When not filled with an audience before and after a concert, the Grand Foyer is regularly used for receptions, weddings, and sit-down dinners. In 1998, just before the renovation, it was featured in an IMAX film, In Search of Man, which was produced and performed by the internationally acclaimed dance and acrobatic troupe Cirque du Soleil. We hope you enjoyed this special look inside Severance Hall's Grand Foyer.